Hello, so welcome to South Australia. We're currently in Jamestown, and I'm going to be showing you some great places to visit in South Australia that are small rural communities. So let's go and check out Jamestown. Well, if you're into Australian history, travel tips, free camping and other information about travelling around Australia with the dog, you've come to the right channel. So join us, Dougie the dog, Kevin the caravan, as we explore Australia. So here we are on a very quiet Sunday in Jamestown. Now Jamestown is an RV friendly town, and I'll be showing you that later in the video, but we're going to have a wander around and check out some of this stuff. Mayor of Jamestown, Premier of South Australia and Agent General of South Australia. So there you go. Yeah, when you look at him from the side on, he looks a little bit like Henry Lawson with that moustache and that wavy hair. Oh, this one's all about the renewals of the South Australian electricity here in Jamestown. Bring all the blades in. Not the most interesting thing. Memory of Trooper E.H. Goods, who was killed in action in South Africa. So that would have been the Boer War. So we're just wandering down what I think is the main shopping centre, and there's a little furniture, carpet, sort of like a Harvey Norman shop. What's it called? Jamestown Furniture and Electrical. And then across the road there's a gallery and chemist and a few banks, a couple of pubs. So we're heading across to do the Diggers Walk in Jamestown. And there's Dougie. No cars coming. So we're going to check out this Diggers Walk. So Light Horse Regiment, part of the Diggers Walk, and just over there is the Jamestown Post Office, which is a lovely old building. So just to help you get your bearings when you're coming to find the Diggers Walk. Well, let's keep going. Well, so the Jamestown Walk is all about these gum trees that were actually planted by returned soldiers from the First World War, known as the Diggers Walk. Now, the Jamestown community are working hard to recreate the walk with letters, diaries, photos and stories on the signage, and a complimentary audio post. Let's see if I can figure out where this audio post is. So this looks like an example of some of the stories that they've got. This is about Whaler, I think that's how you pronounce this great horse from the First World War, from the light horse. I do always find it sad that they didn't bring the horses home. Wow, this one's really, really interesting because it gives you the timeline of the First World War and all the different fronts.
You want to go across the bridge now? Whoa. Come on, Dave.
But there's more to this walk than what I realised, and there's a whole memorial park that we're going to go over and check out in a little bit. It is amazing that each one of these trees is over 100 years old, given that they were planted in 1918, 1919 and 1920.
So here's more of the Diggers Walk and the Memorial Park. Look at this entrance. It's very beautiful. (1914 to 1918), First World War. This kennel shelter. So this is a Turkish one. It was probably used at Gallipoli.
So looking at the sign, this is a Turkish gun and it is a 1909 Hauser, and it was at Gallipoli.
Interesting bit of art. So this is at Jamestown Art Gallery here. I don't know what it was originally, but it's now the art gallery. But of course, we're in Jamestown on Sunday, so nothing's open. But that's okay.
Heading up to the Jamestown Museum at the old railway station.
They could do with painting their silos, but it's looking nice. Whether or not it's open today, I don't know, but we'll go have a look around the outside if it's not. Museum entrance this way. Okay, so it's open Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. For other times, phone to book.
Well guys, I hope you enjoyed our visit to Jamestown on the weekend, and being a Sunday, most things aren't open, and if you want to come to the museum, you need to be here during the week. Well guys, I found the QR for the audio for the town with Sarah the sheep and her story about the first mayor, but unfortunately I couldn't get the QR code to work on my phone. But the other information on the sign is interesting about the guy who founded the town and how he went on to be the Premier of South Australia. Alright, so just across from the railway station, walking distance, is Robertson Park. Now that is, according to Wiki Camps, which I'm showing you here, is an RV camping area, and it's quite nice. Okay, so while we trust you to observe the conditions, please obtain a permit and pay the vehicle per night site at the supermarket. Please pay in arrears the following morning. Insurance payment is located on the dashboard. So it's not actually free camping, but I'm not sure how much it is. We'll have to have a look. Yep, still nice. So guys, right next to the RV campsite is this history of R.M. Williams. I didn't know he'd even been in this area of South Australia, but it's really interesting, and it talks about his life and how he started off and how he got involved with a guy called Dollar Mike, who taught him the leatherworking skills. And then when he went back to Adelaide with his young children, he was making leather bags and saddles and boots in his back shed of his father's house. So this is really interesting stuff. I've always associated R.M. Williams with Queensland and the Australian outback, so it's interesting to discover that he actually started off in South Australia. But it's time for us to head off. Well guys, I hope you've enjoyed our visit in Jamestown. Stay tuned for our next episode, and thank you for watching all the way to the end, and thank you to all my subscribers. And if you've been here already, let me know in the comments below.